Today we're going to be finding out just how far I can push this 10-cent CPU. Can we reach 1000 FPS in Minecraft? Let's go ahead and find out. First things first, you may be asking, Ray, how did you get this for 10 cents? That seems pretty crazy. And my first response would be, is it even worth that? And I ended up getting this from a coworker. And he brought it in and asked, hey Ray, do you want this for free? And I said, no, I'll give you the coin that I have in my wallet, which was a dime. So here I am stuck with this dirt cheap CPU, so I went ahead and bought a motherboard. And not to mention, this CPU is cheaper than the first Intel Core i3. Which one would you go with if you had a pick? Now, Minecraft is a pretty CPU intensive game, so I wasn't even sure if we were going to see 30 FPS. But before we get into the results, let's go ahead and go over some of the specs that we're using in today's build. For the CPU, we have the beautiful Pentium G4400. Now going over the best aspects of the CPU, it has a 14nm process node and a slightly modern socket type, LGA 1151. It's however all downhill from there, with 2 cores, 2 threads, and a base clock of 3.3 GHz, with absolutely no turbo boost, which means no overclocking ability as well. It comes with integrated graphics, which really goes to show what this was built for, your average office PC. To pair with this CPU, we have two 16GB DDR4 sticks running at 2666 MHz, which leaves us with a ton of memory for Minecraft. Now to pair with this CPU, we're using the RTX 5070, giving us 12 gigs of GDDR7 memory, leaving on the table no bottlenecks except for the CPU. Now booting straight into Windows here, we're already at 100% CPU utilization. And the biggest CPU hog is Microsoft Defender. So to get that fixed, we're just going to open up Microsoft Defender settings and go through it and uncheck literally everything, as we don't have any room to spare when we're trying to get to 1000 FPS. And that right off the bat saved us so much CPU utilization. Now after getting Minecraft installed and loaded up, we're just going to be testing it at its default settings. Now going ahead and getting the world created. In the background, you can see the world loading at 5x. It took a total of 43 seconds to get this world even created, which is just insane. And yeah, after loading in, this is not going to work at all. We have such a horrible frame rate, jumping all the way from 150 all the way down to 30. So it's a completely unplayable experience, but I don't think any of us are surprised by this result. And now the first changes we are going to make is of course lowering the settings as far as it can possibly go, setting the resolution to 640 by 480 and setting the quality and performance preset all the way down to fast. And making these simple changes within the settings already gave us a much better experience, getting rid of pretty much all the stuttering, yet we are still nowhere near our 1000 FPS goal. Taking this a step further, we went ahead and dropped the settings down even lower, dragging every slider available all the way to the lowest, and turning off pretty much every single feature. And our FPS ended up getting even better, sitting well above 500 FPS, and when we were looking up at the sky, we were seeing around 600. Now 600 FPS is definitely impressive, but it's not anywhere near our 1000 FPS. So what else can we do? Let's go ahead and take a look. The last time I had to do a lot of Minecraft tweaking was when I was running an old AMD laptop, where I used Optifine a lot. And since I'm so far out of the loop, I just went ahead and used ChatGPT to find out what the fastest and best way is to run Minecraft. And the top result was a mod called Sodium. So I went and Googled it and got it downloaded. Would you have gone with the Sodium mod pack or something else? Let me know down below. Now loading in, I went straight into the settings and turned everything to its lowest possible. Unfortunately, it didn't really change too much, as we maintained around a 400 to 600 FPS average. Now how are we going to get to our 1000 FPS mark? I don't think there's much else we can do with our current build. We can't overclock the CPU. I think our next best option is going to be using a different operating system. And here I am once again, using AI to find the best option. Now a lot of you out there may be asking, why are you using AI first? And honestly, it's because of how atrocious this PC is to use for even basic web browsing. Now for the first option, AI recommends Lubuntu, which is a pretty solid pick. However, I ended up not being able to get Lubuntu to work properly. I don't know, I did so much troubleshooting and just ran into too many issues. So I ended up going with Linux Mint XFCE, which is a super lightweight version of Linux Mint. And if you've never used Linux before, I would always recommend starting out with Linux Mint, as it's very similar to Windows and has a very sleek feel to it. First thing we did was install Minecraft, which is a very smooth process on Linux Mint and doesn't require a lot of technical skills. You just download it, give it some permissions, and then go ahead and launch it. Very simple. Unfortunately, there's a large part of the PC gaming community that still see Linux as this super difficult thing to learn, when in reality it gets easier and easier every day. After running some updates and getting the NVIDIA drivers installed, we went ahead and booted up Minecraft and set all of the settings to the absolute lowest, just to see what kind of impact we'd get just by switching over to Linux. And creating the world, we already saw a much faster speed with a 14-second reduction in the time it took to get into the world. Now once we got loaded in, we were seeing around 100 to 400 FPS, which is lower than the Windows equivalent. And I think that has to do in part with the world that we generated, because the swamp biome has a lot more effects and blocks going on the screen. I could be completely wrong though, so definitely don't quote me on that. So what is there to do next? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our options. Once again, consulting AI here, I just basically prompted it, asking it, what else can we do to increase the performance on our Linux Mint operating system with this trash tier CPU? And it guided me through this awesome little tool called Game Mode. And what Game Mode does basically is just prioritize all of our resources available, especially the CPU, towards Minecraft, basically reducing our operating system overhead even further. Now, if you're new to Linux, I highly recommend using AI to assist with getting things installed and helping troubleshoot tons of different error logs you may encounter during your Linux experience. Don't be ashamed to use AI to improve your Linux experience. As long as you're not using it constantly and 100% relying on it, I think you're perfectly fine. And booting it up using Game Mode, we were already seeing a much faster FPS, nearly around 600, and at one point reaching into the 900s. So we're getting very, very close. Now with my last ditch effort to get us to that coveted 1000 mark, I thought, what could we do? What could we change? Could we change anything within Minecraft? And I realized we could create a super flat world, as there'd be no objects being loaded in, and I wonder what kind of frame rate we could get there. And right off the bat, we were sitting around 600 to 800 FPS. And I decided to let it sit a little bit to see if we could reach that 1000 FPS mark. And there you have it. We reached 1001 FPS. We finally did it. Now, one thing that's super funny to point out about this is the only time that I saw the GPU fan spin during the entirety of my testing. So that's how you know we were finally pushing the GPU just a little bit by getting to that 1000 FPS mark. And in conclusion for this video, I just want to say that this test perfectly represents my beliefs in PC gaming and what makes PC gaming so great. You don't have to have the latest and greatest tech to still have a great experience. You can lower your expectations a little bit and still enjoy a ton of great games. I was running Minecraft on probably the worst gaming PC ever, and as you can see in the footage in the background, this is what it looked like running on my poor laptop, and yet I still played Minecraft for hours. Now, I'm not saying to completely avoid upgrading your PC, but rather to enjoy what you have, and if it continues to play the games that you want it to, then what's the point of upgrading, especially with the higher tech prices currently. Now, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really hope you did enjoy it, and maybe learned a thing or two. And I'm working right now on another video about the philosophy behind upgrading your computer and why a lot of people out there continue to fall into that trap of paying for things they don't need. So if you guys want to help out with that, go ahead and drop down in the comments some of your favorite games that can run on pretty much any PC out there. I want to feature as many of your comments as possible. So again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.